Hi, and welcome to the first faculty training video for Amadeus, the replacement to the Medical Student Performance System, starting in academic year 2014-2015. As you'll see, what we're looking at now is the Medical Student Performance System. This system, as you may have heard, is being replaced by a new system called Amadeus. Your likely first entrance into Amadeus will be through a reminder email, which you can see here. This is a typical reminder email from Amadeus. As you can see, it lists all the students that you have currently in your to-do list for the period and your department. As you can see, this faculty member has 4 students to evaluate. In the email, it says, to view your student list and complete evaluations, please sign on to the Amadeus system with your UMMS unique name and level 1 password. Please note that there may be students on your list that you have not yet worked with. Just follow the link in order to enter the system. If you are not already logged in to the University of Michigan web login, simply log in now. When you log in as a faculty member, you will come to the Fill Out Evaluations page. As you can see, the list of students in this to-do list are the same names as those students listed in the email. This faculty member has 4 students assigned to them to complete an evaluation on. You can see that you have the student picture, name, unique name, level, evaluation status, and a link to start the evaluation. If you would like to filter this table by student level, simply click, and the students with the lowest level will filter to the top. You may notice that some students may have similar names, and in fact look very similar. Make sure you look at the picture carefully before choosing which student to evaluate. For now, I'll evaluate Emily. Simply click on the Fill Out Evaluation link. And what you see is a Qualtrics evaluation within Amadeus. You can see Emily's name, level, the course she is registered for, the period and academic year, your own name under Evaluator, the learning experience, which is not something you necessarily need to worry about, and the form that you will be using to evaluate the student. You can scroll down the page in order to see just the evaluation. You will see that each question is marked as either required or optional. All required questions must be answered before the evaluation can be completed. For each area, there are notable strengths and notable areas for development that you can choose. Keep in mind this question is optional. If you accidentally select an answer, you can simply select NA, and that data will not appear on the evaluation. There are also areas to type in comments for each area. The more comments, the better. Each 1 through 9 scale question is required. The optional questions are the strengths and areas for development and comments. You may notice that the scale for this academic year is slightly different than last year. While numbers 1 through 6 are the same, numbers 7, 8, and 9 have changed. 7 and 8 are now considered excellent, with the explanation that the student, for example in communication, demonstrates excellent effective communication at an intern level. Exemplary now means that the student demonstrates exemplary communication skills with grace, maturity, and deep understanding of team and human factors at a senior resident level. Please keep the change of the questions in mind when you're filling out evaluations for students in the coming academic year. Overall assessment asks you to rate the student's performance from an overall standpoint. It could be that the student is doing very well, and yet they're still in M3, and so you might rate them as approaching competent. There is an area that is required for comments in overall strengths and overall areas for development. Please fill these out as these are required. On many evaluation forms, length of contact with student is a required field. Simply select the answer that best matches how long you've spent with the student, and hit the arrow button to complete. Simply scroll up to go back to your Fill Out Evaluations list. You will see that Emily is no longer in your Fill Out Evaluation to-do list because you have completed the evaluation. If you'd like to double check, go over to Completed Evaluations, search for Emily's name, and you will see that Emily's evaluation appears here with the completion date. If you'd like to double check what data you entered for Emily, simply click the View Evaluation link. And you will see a pop-up that gives you all the scores, strengths, areas for development, and comments that you provided for Emily. You may also notice that at the bottom of the page, there is a collection of useful links in other MSIS applications, as well as a link to the Help Me Now section, which is where you can submit a ticket if you have a problem. If you have other questions, please contact your clerkship coordinator. To log out, simply go up to your unique name, select the drop-down, and click Log Out. You will log out of all web applications and go about your day. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was helpful.